On November 16, 2019, the twist of Burning Sun Gate was trended #1 on Chinese Weibo. To make it short, the narrative is that, according to Kim Sang-kyo, the very first whistleblower of the Burning Sun Gate, he claimed that he had been politically exploited by the ruling party, Democratic Party. And when he met with one of the members of Progressive Group along with the senator of the ruling party, they proposed to make Burning Sun Gate to be Choi Soon-sil Gate 2.0 and persuaded him to identify the person who had beaten him at Burning Sun nightclub as Choi Soon-sil's nephew. On the other hand, the Sharp apologist Seungri Sharp tag was trended #1 worldwide on Twitter on December 4, 2019. Having heard Choi Soon-sil Gate, Progressive Group and Senator of ruling party etc., you may wonder whether there are politicians or political power involved in the whole scandal. Let me give you the answer first. The answer is yes. In this video, I will uncover the complete story of Burning Sun Gate, a deliberate conspiracy. According to this diagram, I will also explain how all the figures are connected together. All materials I cited are from Korean News on Naver. Okay, let's start with the Kim Sang-kyo, who is well known as the first informant of the Burning Sun case. Burning Sun is also known as the so-called Soongris Club. Kim Sang-kyo informed that he was protecting a woman who had been sexually harassed in Burning Sun, which directly caused him to be beaten up by security guards and a member of board of directors of Burning Sun. Later he had been treated violently by the police officers after their arrival. And he was only one who got arrested and taken into custody by the police. So, the question here is, was Kim Sang-kyo really being attacked as a result of protecting women from sexual harassment? Was it the truth that the police had treated him violently? Was it the truth that he was the victim of the case? The answer is an obviously no. As a matter of fact, Kim Sang-kyo is the real molester rather than a victim. Nor did the police commit violence against him. The truth is, on November 24, 2018, Kim Sang-kyo partied with friends at Burning Sun Club. Later, Kim Sang-kyo followed 3 women and sexually assaulted them. Mr. Choi found his girlfriend was sexually assaulted, then he involved in a fight with Kim Sang-kyo. Later on, Mr. Jang, a member of the board of directors of Burning Sun Club, was also a friend of Mr. Choi. He was also involved in the fight afterwards. After the conflict between them broke out, the security guard came and escorted all of them out of the club. Kim Sang-kyo called police, and he was later taken into custody by police officers after making insulting gestures and physically assaulting them. The video Kim Sang-kyo released on January 27, 2019 made public and media believe that he was a hero who protected women against sexual assault. As you can see in this video, there was a Thai woman who was apparently unconscious and being dragged by a security guard in Burning Sun Club. And Kim claimed that he stood up to protect the women and got attacked by the security guard who dragged her out of the club on November 24, 2018. The video went viral across all kinds of social media platforms after it was aired on MBC television on January 28, 2019, which directly caused the outburst of controversy. Nonetheless, all of this is a lie made up by Kim Sang-kyo. He was beaten up at in Burning Sun Club for sexual harassment on November 24, 2018, while the date that the Thai woman was dragged by a security guard was on December 1, 2018. They never appeared at the same time, nor on the same day, and the video was deliberately pieced together. In reality, the truth was that this Thai woman got drunk and became violent towards other customers, therefore, the security guard escorted her out of the club. She had also written an apology letter to Burning Sun after she sobered up. The unedited CCTV footage can be found on Bilibili YouTube. There is no doubt that the video was willfully edited by Kim Sang-kyo. In fact, Kim Sang-kyo hadn't been beaten by the police either. The all 71 police officers in police station and 706 workers of Burning Sun Club were proven to have no connection through investigations. And the 4 police officers on spot also took lie detector tests. The result turned out that they didn't lie, they hadn't used violence. The truth is that Kim Sang-kyo was so drunk at the moment that he tripped and fell down hard himself when he tried to beat the police. The reason why only Kim Sang-kyo was taken away to police station was that he was the only one who resisted the police. Back on December 28, 2018, the police had already clarified that what Kim Sang-kyo said was only his own words but not the truth. The police explained that Kim Sang-kyo was taken away because he had resisted the police. In another word, he had used violence against the police officers. Also on January 30, 2019, the police clarified that it was Kim Sang-kyo who made troubles in Burning Sun Club. And after the police arrival, Kim Sang-kyo kicked the police officers, made threatening gestures towards them, insulted them with words, he even spitted onto the patrol car. People who fought with Kim Sang-kyo in Burning Sun Club volunteered to take relative investigations. Here are more details. On December 21, 2018, when Kim Sang-kyo was accused of sexual harassment by 2 females, Kim immediately went to the media to have an exclusive interview where he complained and stressed that he was beaten up in singer Seungri's club. According to the chatting records of Kim Sang-kyo with his friends, at that time, he told his friends that he would destroy them by using Seungri's name. When police summoned Kim Sang-kyo for investigation, Kim did a lot of tricks to avoid being investigated. In the first investigation, when Kim Sang-kyo saw the surveillance video, he denied any sexual harassment and claimed that it was hard to continue the investigation because he was physically drained. And thus the first investigation was interrupted. Then one day before the scheduled date of the second investigation, he asked for a postponement because he thought the surveillance video showed by the police seemed to be counterfeited and untrustworthy. And he refused to attend any further investigation for his harassment accusation ever since then. On February 5, 2019, the real female victim who had been sexually harassed by Kim Sang-kyo came forward and accepted the interview from YTN. She told the truth of what had happened to her indeed on that night. She said she felt so hurt, and claimed that Kim Sang-kyo was a liar, he lied to the whole nation. However, it didn't draw much attention of the public at that time. Meanwhile, Kim Sang-kyo not only wove rumors himself but also organized a group of internet influencers to spread fake news about Burning Sun. Kim Sang-kyo personally taught those influencers how to make up rumors of Burning Sun Club and asked them to spread on the internet. Now, some of those who were manipulated by Kim Sang-kyo have exposed Kim's evil deeds on the internet and filed lawsuits against him. They said it was Kim Sang-kyo who asked them to make videos of false information about Burning Sun and spread them on YouTube. They said that before they realized and confirmed what Kim Sang-kyo had told them were all fake, all of them had deeply trusted Kim and followed him for a long time. When they found out the truth, they protested against Kim for using them. However, after their protest, Kim Sang-kyo cut off all contact with them and spread insulting rumors about them. Currently some of them have already sued Kim Sang-kyo. And the police also has transferred Kim to the prosecutor for his sexual harassment accusation. Hope the victims can get justice quickly. After talking about Kim Sang-kyo, we must mention a journalist, Oh Hyuk-jin. As we mentioned before, on December 21st, 2018, after Kim Sang-kyo was accused of sexual harassment by women, he immediately found small media and had an interview to complain about so-called violence on the same day. In that interview, he deliberately named Burning Sun Club as Sungris Club, which we have talked about before. But only few media noticed what he said at that time. There were only 6 pieces of news about this in total. There was not any related news that followed up after December 28, 2018. Because on that day, the police noticed his lie and responded to media that what Kim said was not true. However, 2 months after the police's clarification, MBC television made a special report about Kim Sang-kyo's one-side story on the night of January 28, 2019. After 2 months, all the media gathered to stir this event up all of a sudden. Why? Maybe this inference is not easy to be accepted, but I want to tell you that there are political powers that have involved in this to plot and manipulate the development of Burning Sun scandal. To understand what political figures have participated in it, we will have to begin with the journalist Oh Hyuk-jin. Since most of the people might not be familiar with Oh Hyuk-jin, I am gonna tell you 2 widespread rumors about Oh Hyuk-jin to jog up your memories. He is the journalist that people kept saying whose hidden house was burned and who was missing. Now let's figure out these 2 rumors. Firstly, was Oh Hyuk-jin's house really burned? No. The real burned house was No Sung-il's house, who is a friend of Oh Hyuk-jin's. Oh Hyuk-jin also said on Instagram that it was No's house that was burned. Then is it a conspiracy that No Sung-il's house was burned? No. No Sung-il's burned house was an old warehouse he bought and planned to reconstruct into a house. And it caught fire during construction process. At that time of the fire, the construction was 70% completed and there were no occupants. In the interview, No Sung-il claimed that the fire was probably caused by the mistake of the construction workers. In addition, after investigation, the police and the fire department approved that there were no traces of arson, and the reason that caused the fire was the old electrical equipment. Secondly, is journalist Oh Hyuk-jin missing? No. This is Oh Hyuk-jin's current Instagram account. He has been really active on Instagram, and he also makes live broadcast time from time. It is impossible that he is missing. While mentioning journalist Oh, we start to unveil some political figures behind the Burning Sun Gate. Before I continue, I am gonna introduce some backgrounds regarding Choi Soon-sil Gate. Choi Soon-sil had known former President Park Geun-hye since 1974. Choi Soon-sil, who held no government position, had allegedly dictated, or at least influenced decisions made by Park Geun-hye, which is well known for Choi Soon-sil Gate. Park Geun-hye was impeached in December 2016, and later removed from presidency. After the scandal, Choi Soon-sil and Park Geun-hye are serving sentences in prison now. But it was widely believed that there still is a strong power of Park Geun-hye left in Liberty Korea Party. And Liberty Korea Party is the largest opposition party. Okay, let's move on. These 2 pictures are the screenshots of Oh Hyuk-jin's Instagram posts when the scandal broke out. It could be clearly seen that Oh Hyuk-jin helped Kim Sang-kyo to get in touch with politicians to plan how to ruin them. In fact, through Korean media we can see that at the moment when Oh Hyuk-jin started to expose Burning Sun and the issues of the Gangnam clubs, he had always been going to the parliament, contacting with politicians. And Oh had been collecting information of the Gangnam clubs through Instagram. When Oh was interviewed in March 2019, he claimed that he had discovered Choi Soon-sil remaining power interfering the government. Oh is very mysterious, there is not much news about him, but for now it is sure that he plays an important role as the whistleblower of the Burning Sun scandal, Wang Hana S., who is Park Yu-chun's ex-girlfriend drug scandal, as well as Ege's ex-Chura Young Hyun Suk's prostitution mediation allegation. When mentioning Oh Hyuk-jin, there is a small detail that should be noticed. This news article was written by Oh Hyuk-jin himself on February the 22nd in 2019, which concludes his process of investigating Burning Sun. And it clearly points out that in December 2018 Oh saw what Kim Sang-kyo had said on internet, claiming himself as the victim, so he contacted Kim Sang-kyo through Instagram to follow up on the case. And again, we can see another weird situation here. Kim Sang-kyo had been reported for sexual harassment to the police by a female on December 21, 2018. And on December 28, 2018, the police had actually clarified that Kim Sang-kyo was lying and falsifying the facts. Oh Hyuk-jin had contacted Kim Sang-kyo since December 2018, of course he knew about the clarification made by the police and Kim Sang-kyo's sexual harassment. In addition, the company that Oh Hyuk-jin works in, Oh My News, isn't a small press. According to Oh Hyuk-jin's personal profile on Oh My News, he writes that he is a journalist of the political and social section, and he is in charge of going to the parliament. Then, was it Oh Hyuk-jin that didn't he notice the clarification the police made? Why can't he see through the blatant lies of Kim Sang-kyo? Moreover, on January the 28th in 2019, after MBC had exclusively reported on Kim Sang-kyo being beaten up in Burning Sun, he immediately helped Kim Sang-kyo to get in contact with a politician and spread fake news on the internet. On the other hand, Oh Hyuk-jin mentioned in his interview in March 2019 that he investigated Gangnam nightclubs together with No Seung-il, and No Seung-il helped a lot with the investigation. He also claimed that they were partners working together, and No Seung-il was a friend that was close like a brother to him. And No Seung-il is best known for being the first whistleblower of the Choi Soon-sil Gate, and he is also preparing for the election of the parliament next year. No played a leading role in this internal gathering of whistleblowers. And this gathering takes place once per 1 to 2 weeks, which could be proved by Yoon Ji-oh and Kim Sang-kyo's statements. Moreover, according to Kim Sang-kyo's statements, this gathering includes members of the parliament, the progressive group as well as medias that are supportive towards the ruling party. Kim Sang-kyo was also invited to meetings, and met with Senator A. Who is the senator Kim Sang-kyo met with? In another piece of relevant news from Chosun Ilbo, it gives us the answer. It is An Min-suk. So let's talk a bit more about An Min-suk. An Min-suk is a member of Congress from the ruling party, in other words, Democratic Party. He is also the chairman of Korean Culture, Sports and Tourism Department. An Min-suk has maintained a very close relationship with No Seung-il for years. He has once publicly demonstrated that he and No Seung-il were like good brothers, and has brought No Seung-il to attend a lot of politically related activities. According to the news, it was found out that the money used to found No Seung-il's Korea Youth Sport Association came from the donations An Min-suk collected. An is also the lead investigator of Choi Soon-sil Gate, and he gained immense reputation from it. On 22, 2019, Senator Oh Young-hoon from Democratic Party lied in Parliament that it was Choi Soon-sil's nephew who has beaten up Kim Sang-kyo in Burning Sun, to propose the connection between YG and Choi Soon-sil. The funny part is that he only jumped to the conclusion without giving any evidence. As a matter of fact, before Oh Young-hoon made the speech in Parliament, the scripts had been examined thoroughly by An Min-suk, which K-media have also published the details to illustrate the fact. It is clear that An Min-suk is the mastermind behind it, and he also had used Choi's niece in 2016 to propose that there is a connection between YG and Choi Soon-sil, and implied that the singer side bridged the gap between them. Obviously, An Min-suk deliberately brought up these points. In an interview with the Chosen Ilbo, Kim Sang-kyo mentioned that the ruling party had asked him to lie about the situation and forced him to acknowledge that the person he had a fight with was Choi's nephew. It's obvious that the Democratic Party wanted to make Burning Sun cases the second Choi's gate. And Min Seok and No Sung-il, who had gained tremendous benefits and reputations in the Choi's gate, were also involved in this to trump up those connections. Alright, let's move on to the lawyer Bang Young-hyun, who holds Yoon Jun-young's chats. In the first place, Bang and No are colleagues. Bang Young-hyun is a director of the association No Sung-il founded, which its funds came from, and Min Seok. Bang Young-hyun is well known as the lawyer of the informant of Yoon Jun-young's chats and the informant who tipped off the drug scandal of an artist of YG agency in June 2019. On the other hand, as early as February 2018, Mr. Bang and the SBS reporter Kang have met each other for an interview. Next, we will focus on Yoon Jun-young's case. First of all, the lawyer Bang Young-hyun declared that he was the only one who received Jun-young's chat records from the whistleblower. He personally owned 3 USBs storing the chats. Let's start with a question. When exactly were the Yoon Jun-young's chat records leaked? In fact, the chat records were leaked as early as August 17, 2016. At that time, Yoon Jun-young was accused of filming videos without consent by his ex-girlfriend, and he handed his phone to his lawyer to keep it for him. According to the report, on August 17, 2016, his lawyer took his phone to a private company to examine contents. Even though he took the phone back on the next day, it still directly led to the leakage of his chat records. So, the next question is, when did Bang and Kang get Yoon Jun-young's chats? Bang Young-hyun revealed that he received the chats from the whistleblower after the Burning Sun case broke out in an interview, and he invited Kang Kyun-yoon, the SBS reporter, to see the chat records. On the other hand, according to Kang's interview, Kang stated that she had received the tip-offs in November 2018 and saw the actual chats in February 2019. Fair enough, right? So there comes a simple question. Did reporter Kang ever have Yoon Jun-young's chat records? The answer is no. According to an interview of Bang, he is the only person who received the chats. It is very likely that the chat history Kang had seen was only part of the chats, since she reported that she's received a part of chats from Bang again in March 2019. Overall, they got the tip-offs in November 2018, received the chats as early as February 2019. And the complete copy of chats was held by Bang Young-hyun. Kang only has seen part of the chats. On February 25, 2019, the SBS reporter Kang began to reveal that she had the chat records to prove that Seungri mediated prostitution, and she published part of the so-called chat records on February 26, 2019. To clarify the fact, the so-called Seungri chat room was essentially the Mildang Pa-cha business group, including Yoon Jun-young and other business partners, which was found in Yoon Jun-young's cell phone based on Bang's interview. Let us take a closer look at the timeline. On February 25, Kang published the chat history and raised the accusation of prostitution mediation towards Seungri. On March 11, Bang Young-hyun announced that all the chats were from Yoon Jun-young's cell phone and disclosed that there existed distribution of illegal hidden camera footages and quasi-rape. Wasn't it suspicious that they rather report some groundless allegations of Seungri than Yoon Jun-young's serious crimes? I believe that they wanted, or at least willfully made, Seungri to be the face of the scandal. Think yourself. What Yoon Jun-young and other criminals have done can easily be convicted with solid evidence. However, Bang Young-hyun still connected the Burning Sun scandal to Yoon Jun-young's case on March 11 by saying that the emergence of the Burning Sun scandal led to the report of Yoon Jun-young's sexual assaults to women. The public thus deemed Seungri's case, the Burning Sun scandal, and Yoon Jun-young's case as one thing, while one of the Korean prosecutors once said that there was no need to mix them up since they had no connection at all. On the other hand, JTBC aired the Yoon Jun-young's group chats as Burning Sun's chat room in March. As we all know, the chat records started from 2016 whilst Burning Sun opened in 2018. I believe that they were deliberately mixing them up to seek attentions from public. Let us go back to the early February in 2019, Kang Kyung-yoon reported the chat history including Seungri, which hyped up his suspicion of prostitution mediation. First of all, here the investor B, who was reported accepting prostitution services, is actually a married Singapore woman named Lim. With this in mind, let us re-examine the chat history again. Did Seungri's words really indicate that it was prostitution mediation? With regards to Yoon Jun-young's phone, there is a report explaining the leakage of Yoon Jun-young's phone in detail. In 2016, company obtained the chat history, stored in a USB, from Yoon Jun-young's phone. Do you still remember when Kang Kyung-yoon received the tip-off of Yoon Jun-young's phone? In November 2018. November 2018 is a crucial timing here. Why is it? In fact, in November 2018, the Seoul Metropolitan Police Agency received the intelligence that Yoon Jun-young's illegal sexual videos were held by Company A. At that time, the police summoned the company's representative B for fact-checking. Representative B stated that Yoon Jun-young's videos were stored in a USB but refused to submit it to the police. Thus, it is apparent that Yoon Jun-young's case was completely irrelevant to the Burning Sun scandal since Burning Sun case broke out in December 2018. Yoon Jun-young's case was definitely reported to the police before the Burning Sun scandal. There is also one weird thing in this report. It includes a photo of An Min-suk and Representative B. The report specifically demonstrated that Representative B made friends not only with An Min-suk from Democratic Party but also with No Seung-il a long time ago. The news also mentioned that the company became famous because it successfully restored the cell phone information from students in the Seoul ferry. The only person who received Yoon Jun-young's chat history was No Seung-il's colleague or subordinate Bang Yoon-hyun. Since Representative B is a friend of An Min-suk and No Seung-il, is it possible that they already knew the secrets behind Yoon Jun-young's phone from the very beginning? Nonetheless, it is even more noteworthy that in South Korea, there were more than 200 journalists and PDS sharing the victims' information and videos from Yoon Jun-young's phone in a group chat room. Among these journalists and PDS, only 12 of them were identified by the police. Because while their deeds were leaked and got reported, these PDS and journalists closed the group chat immediately. Who could leak these videos and victims' personal information? It might be the informant, Bang Yoon-hyun, Kang Kyung-yoon, or other people behind the scenes. No matter who had leaked those videos, they did not show their respects towards the victims. Looking through the interviews of Oh Hyuk-jin and Bang Yoon-hyun, they kept mentioning the existence of political interference in the Burning Sun scandal. Oh even directly referred to Kim Mo-sung from Liberty Korea Party, who was a significant political figure in South Korea and had a close connection with former President Park Geun-hye. Reporter Oh criticized that Kim Mo-sung's son-in-law was doing drugs in Burning Sun. But in fact, the person essentially used drugs at other Gangnam nightclubs from 2011 to 2015, while Burning Sun opened in 2018. So it is obvious that Oh was actually utilizing Burning Sun for his own reputation. In the meantime, Bang Yoon-hyun, in March, proposed that the police colluded with Burning Sun, and implied that Kang Shin-myung, a former Commissioner General of the Korean National Police Agency under Park Geun-hye, was the person abusing power to protect celebrities. That is the reason why the K-media all focused on Kang Shin-myung in March. However, in fact, it was proved that Kang Shin-myung had no connection with Alright, it is time to wrap it up. Kim Sang-kyo claimed that he was politically used and received the proposal of making Burning Sun Gate to be the second Choi-s Gate. Actually, we have seen the same group of people who had gained immense benefits and reputation during the Choi-s Gate, interfering the Burning Sun case. And those figures, including informants, reporters, and politicians etc., are all somehow connected together. When you saw the news trying their best to connect another However, the clarification from the police ever since April 2019 didn't attract the public attention. The police had clarified that Kim Sang-kyo is a molester and his statements are invalid and untrustworthy. Seungri took drug tests, and the test results were all negative. There were no sexual assault and drug trafficking in Burning Sun nightclub. There was no prostitution mediation taking place in Seungri's birthday party in Palawang. There was no police collusion between Seungri and other superintendent. Young Hyun-suk, the ex-chura of YG, did not mediate prostitution to investors. National Tax Service (NTS) officially announced that YG Entertainment did not evade tax. Seungri and Young Hyun-suk have never violated foreign exchange. The majority of people had no idea what happened to Yoon Junyoung and others. Up to this point, I hope this video can enlighten you a bit more. Please educate yourself. Think yourself. Conclude yourself. Let us wait till the end, and thanks for watching the video.